Hello and welcome to another optics trade review. This here is Delta Optical Stryker red dot sight of the open reflex type. In this review I'll go through its features, starting with some general properties, then moving on to illumination and optics, and eventually I'll end this video by pointing out pros and cons. I'd like to give a huge thanks to all our followers, all our viewers. Thank you for your positive feedback and for all your comments. Delta Optical is a Polish company that's been around since 2002. In their offer one can find binoculars, rifle scopes, red dots and similar devices. They have production facilities in China and Japan. Their products offer plenty of features for their price. Their most famous products include Stryker HD rifle scopes and titanium HD rifle scopes. But this time, okay, we'll go and check out the features of their red dot sight Stryker. It's manufactured in Japan, as you can see here on its footprint, and as most Japanese red dot sights, Stryker features the same footprint as Seymour STS and RTS red dot sights. You can also find this footprint on Kahles Heli RD, on Vortex Razor, 6 Hour Romeo 3 1x25, and many other red dots. This footprint consists of 2 holes for screws and 2 sockets in which the pins of the mount or the adapter fit. It's simple, but it's quite reliable. Stryker is quite big for an open reflex red dot sight. It measures 57 mm in length, it's 30 mm wide and 32 mm high. It weighs around 42 grams. Not amongst the smallest of red dot sights, so it's slightly more popular among rifle users than handgun users. In terms of size, it's really similar to Leica Tempus. The positioning of certain components is also really similar to Leica's red dot. And the target audience is pretty much the same. It's equipped with a large lens that measures 26 mm in width and around 21 mm in height. The lens is surrounded by a thin frame that doesn't cover up much of the field of view, and the housing is made of aluminum. The battery compartment is on the side in form of a battery tray. You have to pry it open to access it. This can be done with any screwdriver that whose end fits in this opening right here. So it's a CR2032 battery, and what I miss in this box is a tool that would allow you to open this tray without the need of having any screwdrivers at hand. I think that it's quite advantageous that this tray is on the side, because you don't have to remove this side from the firearm in case the battery dies, and thus you also avoid the re-zeroing process. I couldn't find the information on the battery life anywhere, so I don't have that available. To zero the sight, you use the elevation and windage screws right here. So this is the tool which helps you do that. 1 click equals 1 MOA, which is around 1.5 centimeters at 50 meters. And this tool is here packed, but when you use it on the screws, they produce clicks when turned, so that makes the zeroing process easier. And the movement of the point of impact is listed right here next to the screws. There are 3 models available, and they differ only in the red dot size. You can either purchase a 4 MOA, 6 MOA or 8 MOA version. Now this model right here features the 4 MOA dot. This is listed right here on the frame of the red dot. And I think that the 4 MOA version is actually the best option for a rifle, as it does not provide as much coverage as the other two and allows for more accurate shots. The 6 and 8 MOA would be better for a handgun. I also like it if Delta offered a 2 or 3 MOA version as well. What about the illumination? I'll show the illumination in detail at the end of this video. Right now I'll just show you the maximum setting of the dot, but I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a bit difficult to point it so that you can see it right now. I'll do that probably at the end in more detail. The illumination control buttons are here on the left side of the device. They produce crisp clicks when pressed, and they do give an impression of high quality. You can select from 10 levels altogether, so you can basically use this red dot in all lighting conditions. If you leave the dot stationary, so like this for 3 minutes, it will power off automatically, and then when you move it again, the illumination is back on in an instant. This is a really useful feature. If there is no activity whatsoever for 4 hours, the dot powers off completely. What about the optics? Well, the use is simple. It comes with a true 1x magnification, allowing the use with both eyes open. I have absolutely no problems looking through with both eyes. Sun blue tint is on the very upper part of the lens, but it's barely noticeable when you're aiming against a I don't know, when you're aiming outside. When you're aiming against a white background, it's more noticeable, of course. The lens is of course multi-coated to enhance the light transmission rate, eliminate reflections, and so on. What about the scope of delivery? Well, it's quite scarce, to be honest. You get the sight in this box here, which is okay. It's soft on the inside, but then there isn't really much to it. So we have the user manual right here that's available in several languages. Then we have this rubber cover for the protection of the whole side, and then we have this tool here, and this is basically it. There are no lens cloths or any other tools for the opening of the battery tray and so on. What about the price? Well, it costs around 300 euros, so it's not the entry level, it's somewhere intermediate, not too expensive, not too affordable. When you purchase it, you get 5 years of warranty, which is really nice for a red dot. And this basically covers it. So now that we're at the end of this review, I would like to say a few words about pros and cons. What I like about this sight is definitely its big window, which allows for rapid target acquisition. The fact that it comes with a side battery compartment is also nice. And I do like all the features that make this sight a great buy for the money. So 10 illumination settings altogether, the CMOS footprint, which is quite common on the market, the clicks, which are the screws which produce clicks for the zeroing process, and so on. What about the disadvantages? Well, some might consider this to be too big. The 6 MOA and 8 MOA models are usually designed for a pistol, but this is quite a big device to be mounted on a pistol. There are many more compact choices on the market, so I would say it's more rifle oriented. We have a 4 MOA dot, but I would say that the 2 MOA dot would be a great addition to the series, because the size makes this sight rifle oriented. I would also prefer if some additional accessories such as a lens cloth or a battery tray opener or a Picatinny mount would be added into the box for the price of 300 euros. But other than that, well, Stryker still provides value for money, even though it lacks some accessories. And because it's not among the smallest open reflex red dot sights out there, we find it to be more suitable for a rifle than a handgun. So rifle use, yes, and especially the 4 MOA model will be great, as the dot will not provide too much coverage and will allow you to be more accurate. If you have any questions, you can always leave them in the comment section below. If you would like to check out more about the CMOS footprint, we have a really detailed article on that. And if you would like to watch a review of any other Delta red dot sights, we have these on our YouTube channel as well. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.